Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. Piers Morgan, who recently appeared on a TMZ special about Kate and reportedly said, "It wouldn't shock me if she has had some kind of breakdown," has called Stephen Colbert a hypocrite in a new editorial published by the New York Post. In it, Morgan mentions how it was known Kate had had an operation and Charles has cancer, and wrote, "Cracking any jokes about either of them while they receive treatment, or about their very worried husband and son for that matter, is tastelessly inappropriate at best, particularly for someone like Colbert, who wants us to think he has a standard of never making light of somebody else's tragedy. Frankly, I find that claim rather hard to believe, given that when I watched his taunting, vile monologue on March 12, it looked to me like he was deliberately pouring gasoline onto the fire of Kate's misery as she battled a serious health condition." Piers, who would hate to spread rumors, then writes verbatim, "He then displayed a headline about rumors over William's relationship with Rose Hanbury, clutched his chest, exclaimed with fake concern, 'My heart goes out to poor Kate,' and marched towards the camera to gleefully cry, 'Now let's dish the hot goss. I am ready to spill the tea.' Great job not amplifying that one, Piers." Piers, apparently self-unaware, then writes, "None of this gossip is true, which makes Colbert's decision to repeat it indefensible." Well, Piers, you repeated it, so your column must be then indefensible. Piers finishes with, "It's hard to imagine a more disgusting failure to live up to a self-imposed standard." Yes. Queen Camilla spoke publicly for the first time about Kate and her cancer diagnosis during a visit to Shrewsbury, when the two young girls presented Camilla with posters they had made for Kate, asking the Queen to pass them on. She assured them she would deliver their gifts. Camilla remarked, "I know that Catherine is thrilled by all the kind wishes and support." People's cover story focuses on how tight Kate kept the circle of trust. One source says of the revelation, "It was a heck of a shock." In the Daily Mail, Robert Hardman writes of the absence of Kate and Charles. In the meantime, the core backup team of the Queen, the Prince of Wales, Princess Permitting, the Princess Royal and the Edinburghs, plus the Duke of Kent and the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester will soldier on. This Thursday, Easter begins with the traditional Royal Maundy service. Though the King cannot be at Chester Cathedral, he has recorded a lesson, and Queen Camilla will dispense Maundy coins to deserving locals. The show goes on because it always does. Palace Intrigue will be right back. The Express noticed Harry is set to speak at the Invictus Games 10th anniversary service to be held at St. Paul's Cathedral on May 8th. A copy of the official St. Paul's Cathedral schedule shows the Invictus Games event listed as taking place on Wednesday, May 8 at 5 p.m. The Express further reports that both Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are listed as guests on the official running order, and the Duke of Sussex is set to speak at the service. Get your popcorn ready. Another potential for a reunion between the brothers will come in May. With invitations dispatched for Duke of Westminster Hugh Grosvenor's wedding, a society guessing game has developed as to whether Harry will attend the event in June. Sources reported that the Grosvenor is staying neutral, maintaining a good relationship with both brothers, leaving it up to them to resolve their family drama. However, the home team could have an advantage, as the Duke is godfather to Prince George, who could be a page boy on the big day in Chester Cathedral. And think about it, if you could have the future king in your wedding, wouldn't you? Just for bragging rights. Royal insider Deep Crown weighed in on the situation, saying, "The Duke of Westminster's wedding presents a unique opportunity for the estranged brothers to come together and put aside their differences, if only for a day. The fact that Prince George, the Duke's godson, may play a role in the ceremony adds an extra layer of significance to the occasion. While it is ultimately up to the princess to decide whether they will attend and how they will interact, the Duke's neutrality and the familial ties between the Grosvenors and the royal family could create a space for reconciliation. It remains to be seen whether Prince Harry will choose to attend in person or perhaps via video, as he did for recent Diana Legacy Awards." The BBC reports that security researchers believe a Russia-based disinformation group amplified and added to the frenzy of social media conspiracies about the Princess of Wales' health before she revealed her cancer diagnosis. The researchers found systematic attempts to intensify the wave of rumors, with royal hashtags being shared billions of times across various social media platforms. Martin Innes, director of the Security, Crime and Intelligence Innovation Institute at Cardiff University, identified a Russian disinformation group involved in this. Their messaging around Kate appears wrapped up in their ongoing campaigns to attack France's reputation, promote the integrity of the Russian elections, and denigrate Ukraine as part of the wider war effort, says Professor Innes. The Cardiff researchers highlight an overlap with a Russia-linked fake news website published in English, which has a stream of ghoulish and bizarre stories about Catherine. UK embassies in Russia and Ukraine also had to put out fake news warnings about claims that King Charles was dead. In the Daily Mail, Richard Eden writes, Prince Harry's wife is hatching plans for world domination. In her latest move, the former actress is, I can reveal, seeking a chief executive officer for her new cooking and lifestyle business, American Riviera Orchard. Meghan is interviewing candidates for the CEO role at the moment, a source tells me. Meghan is said to hope American Riviera Orchard, which will focus on home garden, food and lifestyle wares, will be highly lucrative. An insider told me last week the brand is meant to coincide with the launch of a new cookery show for Netflix. Meghan will be making and selling products such as jams. At some point, there will be a book and a blog. Meghan's lawyer has applied to trademark the brand in the US for various goods, including cutlery, recipe books, tablecloths, napkins, jams, edible oils, vegetable, and dairy-based spreads. The trademark application also appears to extend to a physical shop where items could be sold. Eden points out the total number of staff the Sussexes have lost since they married in 2018 is said to be at least 17, with 8 or more having left since they moved to California. The Daily Mail reports Meghan hopes to sell products from birdseed to pet treats and gardening shears to napkin rings with her new lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard. Other items in the documents sent to the US Patent and Trademark Office are ketchup, incense burners, flower pots, pet food, and recipe books. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or your app of choice. Hey, hit those 5 stars if you like the show. It helps us out. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue. Good times.